Script, so we just do things off the cuff, right? Hey, barbecue here. Got my man Stir Taz running the camera today. Big shout out to him. We are at the shed. As you can see, the music's playing in the background, so whoever's on the radio, sorry about that, don't care. Anyway, we're going to be cooking on our brand new Members Mark 4 burner griddle. We've got it seasoned today. I've already cooked some bacon on there, so we've got some nice bacon grease coming around. What the heck are we doing today? We're going to make breakfast. Not really, but I'm going to show you how you can make breakfast on here. Got a bag of hash browns. They're partially frozen because it's 90 degrees outside. But the first thing I like to do when I'm cooking on here is I like to use butter. Not any of that margarine crap. We use real butter. Now I'm going to get, it's running pretty hot right now, so I'm probably going to turn it down to a medium heat just because I don't want to, like, you know, scorch the butter or anything like that. So we'll turn them down a little bit. I just turned it on because I wanted to warm it up. And I'm running the 2 burners in the center because those are easier to light. The other ones on the outside don't have a self-igniter and they're a pain in the hind end. Plus, I always like to have a cool zone on my grills. I have too. So there goes our butter. Let's get to the hash browning. Oh, almost forgot tool. Where's the tool? Where'd they go?
Don't be forgetting things on me.
I haven't used these kind of deals in decades, it feels like. Actually, literally. Once upon a time, I was a short order cook at a small greasy spoon restaurant, so I have used these a lot. And I've cooked literally tons of hash browns. So what I'm looking to do here is not have the butter run down the hole. You stay over there, butter. More like it. We're just gonna throw them all right on. We're gonna just throw on a whole mess of hash browns, get them going, and I'm gonna use something I've got right here. Now this is store-bought seasoning. You can use your own seasonings. You can make your own seasonings. This is nice garlic parmesan, little salt, little butter, lots of garlic, which we really like. And we're just gonna season these guys up a little bit. Nothing too crazy, but nice. A little bit of Parmesan in there. So now when I'm doing these, a lot of people, especially like when I was a short order cook, when they taught me to make hash browns, is you put your mess of hash browns on per order and you left them sit. And I'm like, nah, that doesn't work for me. So what I want to do is I want to incorporate that butter, that seasoning, everywhere in the hash browns, right? We want to get it everywhere. So we're going to toss them really good. That'll get all that butter, that bacon grease. Everybody's going to be in there making the happy flavors go down. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to spread them out. This will help them cook a lot faster. And time is of the essence when you're cooking. You got hungry people. They don't want to wait. They want to eat. Right? There we go. We got our hash browns. We got some butter out there. Two-handed cooking like I used to do. I love it. This is just like back in the old days. It's literally been like 35 years since I've done that.
What, not three-handed?
Yeah, not three-handed. No, I've done that too, but that's another story. We won't go into that. All right, so I'm gonna let them cook for a few minutes. And in the meantime, I'm also gonna be putting on some extra stuff. And we got our bacon press heating up there. We got that ready to go. I'm also gonna be putting on some mushrooms. So I'm gonna throw down some extra butter. You know, can't have too much butter. We're gonna cook some mushrooms. Now I've got some pre-sliced mushrooms. If you prefer yours sliced by yourself, that's perfectly fine. You go over there, get this side of the grill over here. Here, yeah, over there.
Stay.
Sit, boo-boo, sit. Good dog. And I'm gonna keep tossing these as well, just because I want to make sure they get nice and evenly cooked. And I am gonna try to form them into shapes in a little while. Excuse me. Because there's a purpose to having hash browns out here today. For what we're actually cooking, we're not just cooking breakfast. We got some nice butter going now. All right. Get a couple of packs of mushrooms going. Now, not everybody here likes mushrooms, but those of us that do really like mushrooms, so we're gonna have a field day on these.
All those mushrooms.
Kids, look at these mushrooms. They are amazing. I love mushrooms. All right, we're gonna get those on there. And again, I don't have any heat on the outsides of this grill right now. That will be fine. That won't hurt anybody's feelings. We want to try to lay these out as best we can, let them cook, and I'll rotate them. Not a big deal to, you know, move these to this side and those to this side and everything. They won't cook very quick over here where it's cold. In fact, I can put my hand on there and it doesn't burn me.
I'm downwind and they smell delicious already.
Oh, of course they do. They're mushrooms. You're a mushromaholic like me. So let's get these flipped over a little bit. You can see that we're starting to get some color already on these hash browns, and that's terrific. They're coming along very nicely. They're going to take probably 5 to 10 minutes to cook, give or take. So I'll tell you what we're going to do is we're going to get these cooked up. I'll show you what I'm going to do with them as far as shaping them goes. We'll get these mushrooms hammered out, and we'll show you what's next. Stick around.
See you in a bit, everyone.
Yeah. We're back. Hi, back. Here's my back. Oh.
Hi, back.
So, you can see the mushrooms are coming along very nicely. We added a little bit more butter, but those are, yeah. So they get to go over to the cold zone.
Ooh, my.
They'll stay a little bit warm over there. Yeah, thank you, George. So Alex says to me, you know, how are you going to hold them hash browns together? And I said, well, the starches will do a certain amount, things like that. But I'm like, otherwise they'll probably come apart. And he says, well, maybe you should put eggs in it. And I said, you know what, Alex? You're a genius. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to take an egg.
Yeah.
See how this turns out. We're going to just start with one. And he's going to leave. He's going south. Get out. All right, I'll get him back. Will you get on there, you jerk? There we go. So the idea behind this was to have fried eggs with the hash browns and everything else that we're making. See how quick that came off? Look at that. That thing's seasoned right. That came right off of there. But we're going to add the fried egg to one of these, and we're going to see what happens. We're going to see how this binds this together and see if Alex is really knows what he's talking about or not.
No, I don't.
Actually, I thought it was a pretty good idea. Because you guys know when you do cook potatoes, there's a certain amount of starch that will come out of them. Like when you boil them or you bake them or whatever. And that can act as a bit of a binding agent for your potatoes when you put them together like that. Also, if you go back and watch about 3 years ago, you watched me do a video where I didn't put a binding agent in my mashed potatoes. I tried to deep fry them, and they disintegrated in the oil. Didn't put the cornstarch in. Go watch that video if you haven't seen it yet. But in any event, this will take a few minutes to cook down. If you look close, you can see the whites that came out are already started to pretty much cook, but there's a lot of white down in there that hasn't cooked yet. So we're going to leave that on there for a few minutes. And in the meantime, I'm going to grab another one. Oh, see how that came apart like that? But see, some of it's stuck together. So you can get away with it to a certain amount. That one's kind of the runt. That one and this one over here are kind of small. But that's all right. We'll move that one over a little bit. See, he needs a binding agent, so we're going to try one on him too. Got to get some of these out of the cold zone over here into the cook zone. Because, again, I don't have the outer burners on, so these ones over here are cooking kind of slow. But this one's pretty nice. So they will stick together a certain amount, but not entirely. And I think I'm going to have to flip that one again. Let's try another egg, shall we? Yolk's on you. This time I'm going to bust that yolk right away. Get that thing to run down in there like that. And that should act as a binder like Alex suggested, and I think it's going to be a really good idea. So we're going to turn this one over. See if he was right. Oh yeah, look at that. You can see how the yolk went down in between. Everything's down in there. That's pretty nice. So that one will need a few more minutes, and I actually, well, we can... Woo! Pig press! Unfortunately, things will stick to it because I don't have that seasoned. We'll put that on there to get seasoned. That's a pretty good idea. Not bad. Good job, Alex. Here, high five. All right, we got to get these hash browns cooked. We're supposed to be having everybody coming in about 20 minutes, give or take. Miss Kathy and Stammer Fab are on the road right now, but they're on their way home. I'm trying to get the food done at the same time they get here, or slightly after. I don't want them to walk in the door and hand them a plate and go, here, eat. We don't want to do that, but we don't want to have them waiting around forever to eat too.
Well, we could.
Well, I could be a jerk. The couch gets pretty lonely if you do stuff like that, man. All right, that's nice. I'm gonna have to try one of those. Look at that. It actually does relatively stay together. I don't know whose relative it is, but you want to try that one? We should get a plate out and a couple of forks and give that a shot and see what it tastes like. See if we got enough seasoning on it. Taste test it. Let me grab a couple of forks.
The Cordall cooking is taste testing.
Fork, fork, fork. Let's grab a plate. It's hotter than blazes out here too, gang. I'm really sweating bad. I'll let that sit for just a moment because it's going to be hot, like the weather is. Oh, that one came apart on me. You need an egg.
You get an egg and you get an egg.
The Oprah Winfrey of the Blackstone griddle. There we go. Now you can see that one. You can see how the whites have gotten down in there. Yolk's on him. He got down in there with the yolk. Let's see if it'll flip. Ooh, she's pretty runny yet. Might need two. Need a backboard. Oh, nice. Look at that.
Perfection.
Hey, not bad for an old guy, huh? Let's see what happens with this. I'll get Alex a fork. I'm going to take a fork. Get the fork out of here. Tastes just like it's supposed to. That's amazing. I love it. Get it right?
Come on, focus with their camera. There we go.
Just poke it in the eye, it'll be fine. That's pretty good. Not gonna lie. Tastes like eggs and hash browns. Who'd have thunk?
Yeah, it is very strange.
Who would have thought that would happen? Well, anyway, I'm gonna get these mushrooms off in a little bit. I've got a diced onion I've still got to cook, and then we'll get on to the main event. Meantime, I'm gonna flip these, add the eggs to them, and go from there, and we'll show you the next step. I ran away with my spoon. So we got the mushrooms all done. We got the hash browns with the eggs all done. They look fantastic. You can see them over there. Turned out really good, just the way I wanted them. Now it's time for the onion. We're gonna get the onion going. And this is just a single white onion, diced very unprofessionally by me, so there's a lot of different sizes. And some like onion and some don't. I thought about keeping half of it raw, but most of the people seem to like it cooked.
All the people who cry from chopped onions are cringing right now.
That's right. I don't cry at all. Cut so many onions over the years, it's ridiculous. There it is. And this is only going to take a few minutes because this thing still cooks pretty hot. We're going to get on to the main event while the onions are going. I'm only going to put them on for a few minutes, and then I'm going to pull them off to the cool zone where they stay warm. And we're going to go over here and get this bowl. Now what we've got here is we have an 80-20 hamburger seasoned with our own special blend of whatever we had on the shelf. And they're relatively small for what we're going to do, but I wanted to make them small for a reason, because we're going to smash them. We're going to put one on there.
Troy smash.
Oak smash! So we've got that bacon grease on here. We got that butter on here. That's going to add a little extra layer of flavor to our burger. Look at that. These are almost done already. Look at how fast it's cooked. Isn't that great? I love cooking on a griddle. That's amazing. But I'm going to do something a little different for a couple of these, because there are some of the people that are going to be here that like their flavors really incorporated with each other. So we're not going to mess around with some of these. Check this out. Down south they hear about it, I don't know, probably an hour drive, give or take. There's a 120-some-year-old little burger stand called Pete's Burgers in Prairie du Chien. You can look that up and see it. But they do theirs on a flat top griddle, but they use a lot of water, and they also use the onions right on the grill. So we are going to do something like that. And we're going to smash a burger right onto the onions. Look at how quick that thing is. Look at that. Now again, these are blended with my own special ingredients, paprikas, cumin, garlic powder, celery salt, a little bit of salt that I did use. But we're also going to add a little bit of this. This is called Steak and Game. It's made by Pleasing Company, which is a place in town here that we have. We're just going to add a little bit on there just to give that some love. And I'm going to be pulling these off and putting them in the warming zone while we're waiting for everybody to get here. And we're going to be adding cheese to them back. But the reason that I'm doing them this way, and the reason that I wanted these kind of formed in a circle like that, is because we're going to put them all together on a burger. We're going to be adding hash browns and fried egg to a burger. just to see what happens. Now you notice one thing that I'm not happy about is you see how there's a lot of perforations in the burger. When I made these, I made them by hand and I smashed them as best I could, but there is air trapped in there from when I was mixing in these seasonings. So that's an unfortunate incident that happened, but that's the way that goes. Or as I always say, that's the way the cookie bounces.
Crunch.
We'll put that one over there. He's just about done. We'll leave him laying in the juices. We'll flip this one over and see how he's cooking. There, see how we got the onions incorporated in there like that? That's kind of, some like that. Danielle loves onion. She eats onions raw, just like an apple. I'm like, well, can't do that, but you know. So we'll make some with and some without. We got a lot of them. I think I bought 8 pounds of burger. And these are probably 3 or 4 ounces, or more or less the size of a glorified meatball. So they're not very big. So my thought process is, so I don't make them when they're this big, like I did last time I made smash burgers. I made them small, we can layer them up. That'll be the best thing to do, I think, with that. I want that one a little smashed more.
Yeah.
There we go. Now we got them smashed. Yeah, look at that. Yeah.
It's a pancake.
And the kickie. That looks a little more smash burger to me. I love this press too. This is a cast iron bacon press. Now it makes a good burger press too. Yeah, he's stuck. There we go.
Press.
Press. And you see how much thicker that one is, but I think these are going to really lock in the flavor the way they are. I like it. Some of them are a little bit bigger because my hands don't feel as much as they used to. We're going to make another one in the onion. Put him over there. Regroup the onions. Let's put another one in the onions. Get off there. Oh, he's stuck. Look at that. That's terrible. Get up there. Stay there, boo. I'll leave him on there for a minute.
That is down.
Whew, it is hotter than blazes out here, y'all. Very, very warm. I push them onions back in the corner so they really get out of the heat.
Time out.
Yep. All right. But that ain't nothing you can fix now. And if you are having problems with them sticking a lot, the best thing I can suggest to you is use parchment paper between your press and your meat. Will take care of that problem easily. I'm pretty okay with it. I can handle it. No problem. We can do it. There we go. Now we're getting some burgers done. Look at that tomato. Yeah. And again, for those that don't like onions so much, we'll clear the spot a little bit. Get a few more on there. I hope you guys are getting hungry watching. I wish I had a smeller for me. You can check this out. He's sticking really good. There he goes. Now one of the nice things about it being 80-20 burger is because there's more fat content in it than there's like a ground chuck or a 93.7, even an 85-15. Because of the higher fat content, you will have a little more grease on there to help you release and to help keep the burgers in the flavor longer. And as again, as mine runs downhill to the back side of the grill, we do get more puddling back there, and that's intentional. So the burgers will stay juicy because the grease is all back there. And I'm okay with that. But he really stuck. Made a liar out of me. We'll get them moved to the back. I'm going to get this press heated up again. So we're going to get these cooked up real quick. We'll show you what they look like when they're all done. We've got cheese to get out here, and we'll finish them up and show you what it's like when it's time to eat.
See you in a bit.
So we've got the burgers all pretty much done. They're over in the cool zone over there, just staying just warm enough. I think it's some water from the scraper and a lot of that thick, nasty stuff that was stuck on the grill off. No problem. Just like you see them do it, right? All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take one of these, the old hash brown nests that we made. I'm going to throw it back on the grill because I want to warm it up again. It's cooled off a little bit, but I'm also going to look for my butter because I can't find it. Got to find the butter. Butter there. we are going to put some more butro on the grill.
Swing butter butter.
Swing butter, 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 butter. We're going to melt some more butter on the grill. This time we're going to be doing that for the buns. Now I've got some cool, nice fancy buns over there, and I've got some cheap buns over there, and I'm just going to use the cheap ones for the purpose of showing what we're doing here. We want to get some butter on the grill. We're going to take some of the buns and do exactly what you think we're going to do. Mop a little butter on them. I'm going to toast them. Look at him run away. Get back here. Freeze, Jay Walker!
I'm in danger.
Everybody's home now. Danielle had a rough day at work today, so we're going to make sure we get her fed right. Make her feel better a little bit, huh? She did a hell of a job putting things on today, though. We're very, very proud of her. A little butter on that bun, a little butter on that bun. All right, so we've got the butter going. We got the buns going.
I know.
I am going to struggle to open these. I may need a little help here, girls. Can you tear these open? Thank you. We're going to cheese it up and put a couple of burgers together, or try one or two and see what we come up with. You know what we need to do first of all? We need to do this. Can't use Franken to cut with this thing. Woo, yeah. Hey, get over here. We've got several different kinds of cheese today. I've got some Asiago over here. Danielle's working on opening up some Munster and some Colby Jack for me. So that should be really yummy when we get that done. So I'm going to grab a couple of burgers, get them back in the heat. I'm going to put a couple different ones with some Asiago on them just to get some taste testing done. And I'll grab one with the onions here. Get these warmed back up, get some Asiago cheese on there. Now, one nice thing about doing this on the griddle is if you want to get that cheese melted quick, I bought me a little dome today. You can throw a dome right over that. And what that'll help do is that'll help steam that as well as cook it faster. It'll trap the heat in. Thank you, dear. We'll grab a slice of Colby Jack for this one too, just for the sake of purposes. Sake of heat. We have heat. We're going to throw that one right on the hash browns. Look out, dog. Yeah, they're going slowly. Look at how fast that cheese melted under that lid. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to move these over here just to get them out of the way a little bit. I'm going to move that hash brown over to the heat zone and get the lid on that too.
Like a magic trick.
Magic trick. Which one's the cheese under? I'm going to put that bun over there. See, we got a top that's cooking. That's pretty nice. I got to grab another plate. Be right back here. Another plate. We'll put that bun on the plate. I knew you were coming. I'd have made a plate. There we go. So we can take one of those burgers. We're going to put that right on there like that. You know what I should have done too? I should have did that too. I screwed up. One moment. Let's grab a Munster as well. Monster! Feel like a monster. I'm going to grab another burger just cause. And I'm going to put a Munster on there as well. I'm going to take these off just to get them out of the way. That's nice how fast that melts like that. But let's put that back on just for a few seconds. Yep, buns are cooking good. Hey, good cooking. Buns are cooking. Very nice, I like. Put those over there.
Yes, it's the same thing under the...
We're going to put that right on the burger, and we're going to put another patty right on the top. Let's go over to Frankencart if I can find enough space over there to look at it. Yeah, one over there. Excuse me, Ruby. I want to trip over here, honey. Come on over here to Frankencart, Alex.
I feel honored.
Get this cheese out of the way. Oh no. Oh, yeah. It's a hot one out here. Now take a look at that. Now you can add your ketchup, mustard, pickles, whatever you want to add. Let's take a look at that. Look at all that goodness in there. Layer after layer of fun and flavor. The most important thing, though, if you guys all know, holy cow, that's hot. I got a taste test. Put Alex on the spot, make him taste test while I wipe the sweat off my face. Don't worry if you
Found
spit,
it.
It's all right.
Yeah, I can definitely taste all the incorporated flavors.
All the layers of flavor, and then we can add mushrooms, we can add the fried onions, we can add different cheeses, however you want to do it, ketchup, mustard, pickle, whatever you want to do. We got it all, baby. Well, that's it. We got to use the Blackstoner, the members mark version of it, the first time today, and it was a lot of fun. It kind of takes me back to my younger days. Hey, thanks for joining us. Like, share, subscribe, ring a ding the bell notification. Comment below. Let me know what you think of these burgers or anything else we've got going on here. We made burgers on the griddle top. You can do it too. We'll see you next time, everybody. Thanks for joining us.
Take care, everyone.